What is good, YouTube? What is good, YouTube? It is your girl, Fantasy Football Girls Advice, coming at you with another banger of a start-sit video for Week 4 NFL 2025. I'm a little bit discombobulated, and no, I don't know how to spell that. My Cubs are taking a crap, even though they made it into the wild card. They're playing really crappy right now. We just got humiliated by the Mets. I think it was like 8-5. And then tomorrow we got the Cincinnati Reds. We got to finish out on a high. And the Cubs just aren't getting it right now. But anywho, I know focus shall focus. So we're going with my Colts versus Rams. This is my start-sit video for Week 4 NFL 2025. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button. I got my Colts winning, even though it's at the Rams. Colts allow the 5th fewest fantasy points to quarterbacks. Daniel Jones is a start. Matt Stafford is a fringe risk. As I said, we allow the 5th fewest fantasy points to quarterbacks. Kyrie Williams is a start. I like Blake Corum, man. I know he's not like Cam Scatterboo, but man, I like him. Didn't like it when he played for the Michigan, but that's besides the point. Rams are good versus the run. They allow the fewest fantasy points to running backs. Tyler Warren is a start. Brock Bauer is a start. Michael Pittman is a start. Devontae Adams is a start also. Alright, my notes are everywhere. Look, notes are everywhere. So I'm doing this still old school way. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. Bears versus Raiders. Of course, I got my Bears. It's in Las Vegas. Bears defense suck. DJ Moore is a fringe. Jacoby Myers is a fringe. DeAndre Swift is a flex. Ashton Gentry start. Raiders O-line sucks, so Bears allow the 6th most fantasy points to running backs. Caleb Williams is a start. Geno Smith is a start. Roma Dunze is a start. I can't believe I spelled his name wrong. Of course, I told you guys I picked Seattle. Check out my last live about talking about Seattle versus the Cardinals. Excuse me. Jalen, I got the Vikings versus Steelers. I got the Steelers winning. Jalen Warren is a flex, risky fringe flex, maybe. Jordan Madison is a start. It could be a low-scoring game. Vikings defense is really good. This game starts at 9:30 in the morning because it's being played in Ireland. So hit those alarm clocks there, baby. Vikings defense are giving up the 10th fewest points per game to running backs. Jalen Warren is playing 80% of the snaps. Carson Wentz is a risky start. I can't believe I'm saying that about him and Daniel Jones. But here we go. TJ Hawkinson is a start. Steelers stock versus the tight end. Johanna, Jonnu Smith, risky start. Plays 80% of the snap. Jordan Addison, fringe start. Wait a minute. Oh, I said Mason. Okay. Browns versus Lions. I'm going to have to take the Browns. Golly. David Montgomery, flex. Sam Laporta is a start. Browns are allowing the second fewest fantasy points to running backs. David Njoku is a start. Lions allow the fifth most fantasy football points to tight ends. Jerry Jeudy is a fringe, maybe start, hopefully. Joe Flacco is a risky start because that Lions defense can be nasty. Excuse me. Jared Goff is a start. Jameson Williams is a fringe start because, honestly, the Browns defense is really good. All right, got the Chargers versus Giants. I'm going to take the Chargers. And I am starting, what's his name? Damn, quarterback. Justin Herbert. I am starting him. I am sitting Jackson Dart. Maria Hampton is a start. Cam Skatteboot is a risky, maybe start. Excuse me. Wan'Dale Robinson is a start. Giants are allowing the fourth most fantasy football points to running back. Chargers allow the fifth fewest fantasy football points to running backs. Chargers also allow the seventh fewest fantasy football points to wide receivers. Let's see. Lad McConkey is a fringe start. Keenan Allen is a start. And Quinion Johnson is a start. Again, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Let's see. Commanders versus Atlanta. Who's starting for Atlanta? They did say that it was going to be Michael Penix, but I don't know, man. So I'm going with if Jalen Daniels plays, I will go with the Commanders. If he doesn't, I don't know. Atlanta has a strong defensive front. Running back Chris Rodriguez is a flex, leaning towards sitting. Tyler Algiers a sit. Atlanta is allowing the sixth fewest fantasy football points to running backs. Commanders allow the third fewest fantasy football points to running backs. Drake London is a start. Zach Ertz is a risky start. Darnell Mooney is a risky start. I don't know about Kyle Pitts. It all depends on who's starting. Kyle Pitts is a risky start. Eagles versus Bucks. I really got to think about this because I like the Bucks. But with Michael Evans and Chris Godwin is playing, but he might be limited, so I'm going with the Eagles. Because I think my guy, Devontae Smith, who I got starting, will have a good game. A.J. Brown's a start. Emeka Buka's a start. Kate Octon is a risky flex. Dallas Goedert, all because they have all these other weapons. So Dallas Goedert could be like the fourth choice that Jalen Hurts has to go to. He is a risky start. Bucks allow the sixth fewest fantasy points to tight ends. Bucks are missing 3 of their O-line men, and Baker Mayfield is still a start. But I'm taking the Eagles. Panthers versus Patriots. Wow. Not to change the subject, but the Blue Jays look amazing. And they're playing the Boston Red Sox. Unbelievable. Anyways, Panthers versus Patriots. I'm going to take the Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson, as I said. Chuba Hubbard is a start. Pass heavy, good defensive line. Travion Henderson, I hope you get your act together and you're a flex. Start Hunter Henry, and I just picked him up. Tetrion McMillan is a start. Drake May is a start. Booty is a fringe start. Panthers allow the fewest fantasy football points to quarterbacks. Panthers allow the 7th most fantasy football points to tight ends. Panthers are good versus the pass, so I'm still going to take the Patriots, man. Then we get the Saints versus Bills. Everybody's taking the Bills. I mean, this is up to minus 16.5, so I'm still taking the Bills. Juwan Johnson is a start. Alvin Kamara needs to get his shit together. Saints are allowing the 7th most fantasy football points to running backs. Cook is a definitely start. Bills allow the second fewest fantasy football points to tight ends. Chris Olave is a fringe start, maybe. Keenan Allen and Shakir are both fringe starts for me. Dalton Kincaid is a start. Juwan Johnson, I forgot to tell you guys this, plays 90% of the snaps. Holy balls. Titans versus Texans, I could care less, so we're going to skip them. Jags versus Niners, I hope the Niners win. Brenton Strange is a fringe start for me right now. Trevor Lawrence sucks ass. Jags allow the 4th fewest fantasy football points to running backs. Niners allow the 7th fewest fantasy football points to running backs. Brian Robinson Jr. is a sit. Tutton is a flex, leaning towards sitting. Travis Etienne is a risky start. No Nick Bosa. Jags allow the 6th fewest fantasy football points to running backs. Then we got the Ravens versus Chiefs. The Chiefs haven't been playing good for the last 3 games, man. And Rice is hurt. He's not even playing. Hollywood, I'm going with the Ravens. Pacheco hasn't done anything. Hunt hasn't done anything. The Ravens allow the most fantasy football points on the ground to running backs. Zay Flowers is a start. Rashad Bateman is a fringe start. Hollywood Browns is a fringe start. Packers versus Cowgirls. Could care less about this game. There's no CD Lamb. I just think that Micah Parson is going to show his hindquarters. But I'm a Bears fan, so. Javonte Williams is a flex. Start Josh Jacobs. Packers allow the 8th fewest fantasy football points to running backs. Tucker Kraft. I forgot to read you guys about the injuries. I'll go through the injuries at the end, but Tucker Kraft it has an elbow injury and was limited in practice on Wednesday. I'll just go through them now, the injury report. Ricky Parcell, minor knee injury, did not practice Thursday. Tetion McMillan has a calf injury. Chuba Hubbard has a calf injury, suffered it today in practice. And Justin Fields should be playing this weekend, and I'll keep you guys updated about Brian Thompson's wrist. The Jets versus the Dolphins. I got the Jets going. Breece Hall, man, you got to do something, bro. Again, please like, share, subscribe. Braden Allen is a flex. Tua is risky. Ollie Gordon for the Dolphins is a flex, leaning towards sit. Miami allows the 5th most fantasy football points to running backs. Mason Taylor is a risky start. Garrett Wilson is a start. Tariq Hill and Jalen Waddle, even though I'm playing Jalen Waddle, they're all risky starts and fringes. But Justin Fields is playing. Bengals versus Broncos, I got the Bengals. This is the last game. These are the 2 Monday night games. So remember, the Vikings and Steelers is early, 09:30, and there's 2 Monday night games. Chase Brown, sit his ass. The O-line sucks. J.K. Dobbins is a start. R.J. Harvey, even though I did draft him, is a sit. Jake Browning is a sit. Bo Nix is a start. T. Higgins, I'm leaning towards sitting him. Cortland Sutton is a start. Troy Franklin is a fringe, and that is all that your girl has for you. Tomorrow, I will be dropping the college football games that I will be watching on Friday and Saturday night. Or Friday night, and then all of Saturday. So again, please like, share, and subscribe, and check out my playlist. Peace, man.